Exact dates, checks are going out, money will be arriving, plus important announcements will be made for Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, and SSI beneficiaries in January 2024. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video. Let's get right into it. First off, before we do, Happy New Year. I hope you're having a great day so far and enjoying the year so far, even though we're only a very short amount of time into the new year. I really appreciate you joining me, and again, it is going to be a very good year, as like I've been saying for a few months now, it is all about you, the low income and fixed income beneficiaries. If you think the last few years have been busy, get ready. This year is all about you. So I hope you're doing well, and again, if you have not done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below, totally free to do so. But in this video, I do want to talk about the important dates throughout the month of January 2024, where checks are going out for well over 71 million beneficiaries, money will be arriving, and again, when those important announcements will be made that we know about as of right now. But again, we are still relatively early on in the month as of right now. There's going to be a lot of things going on this month, and like I said just a minute ago, through the entire year of 2024, specifically focused on low income and fixed income beneficiaries. Let's get into it, and I will talk about all of those dates and everything I want to point out for you this month, January 2024. Really fast before we do, like I said a minute ago, if you have not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. It is totally 100% free to do so. I'm here for you right by your side every single day, bringing you the latest details as they're hitting the wire, doing all the research and breaking it all down into these short videos, advocating on your behalf, doing anything we possibly can right now to get the attention of lawmakers and remind them, hello, we are right here and we need financial assistance because things are going on, and because of their poor policies over the last couple of years, it has caused all of this inflation, and the low income and the fixed income, unfortunately, are getting the brunt of everything going on right now. And again, I don't need to explain this to you. You know, if you're in this group of people that I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about right now, right? It's a rough time out there. Let's just say it how it is, right? It's been tough for the last couple of years, and unfortunately, unless they do something, it's probably going to continue to be this way for at least a bit longer. Either way, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Again, please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and feel free to share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, and social media. And again, I truly do appreciate your support. We've got to stick together right now, and I guarantee you this year is all about you. It'll be very busy. Make sure to stay tuned. I've got a lot of stuff going on. All right, let's get into it and talk about all the dates that I want to point out for you through the month of January and what this all means for those of you here in this community, the low income, fixed income. Again, you know the list. I mentioned it earlier at the beginning of this video. All right, so I'm going to be walking through the dates in chronological order. In other words, basically starting now through the end of the month, and I'll point out those key dates that we know about as of right now. And we're going to, again, money will be going out, checks, announcements, things like that. But again, I guarantee you between now and the end of the month, there's going to be a lot more going on than just what I'm announcing here in this video, okay? But this is just what I know about as of right now. There's going to be a lot more. All right, so let's talk about the dates I want to point out really quickly. So first off, if you are an SSI beneficiary, you already got your January check, okay? Few days ago, before the turn of the new year, you got your new January benefit. The higher amount, your COLA was applied, okay? You got that. And again, you know that because you got paid, right? If you didn't get paid, I would recommend calling about that because you should have been paid if you are an SSI beneficiary. However, for everybody else that receives benefits administered by Social Security, well, here's what you need to know about this, and again, the dates I'll point out. Now, if you're somebody that generally gets paid on the 3rd of the month, that is Wednesday, right? So that means the 3rd of the month, it's not a holiday, it's not a weekend. Therefore, if you get paid on the 3rd of the month, generally, you'll get paid this time on Wednesday, okay? Not bad right there. So that is what I want you to pay attention to. The 3rd is for some people, not everybody, but some people do get paid on the 3rd of each month, and this is what it comes down to. All right. Now let's quickly talk about the 5th, which is Friday. Now there's an announcement that comes out the first Friday of every month. It is called the non-farm payroll or the jobs report. Now this is a big one. Now again, this is not money that's going out, things like that, but this is a very important report that I want to point out for you really quickly because, as I've indicated before many times in other videos, when we talk about stimulus checks, anything like that, if you want another stimulus check, this is the number one report that we want to watch very closely. Now, I can guarantee you this much. This report is likely to come in hotter than expected because of all of the temporary seasonal help that comes on usually in November, in December, and usually once January rolls around, those people start getting cut right away, right? Seasonal help. Well, this report's going to come in showing us how many jobs were created in December. It's going to show probably a pretty big number because they're going to say, look at all these jobs that were created. It's seasonal, okay? We got to fast forward another month from now to see the real picture behind this, okay? So they're going to bump this thing up and pretend like, wow, we're doing such a great job. We created all these jobs. Yep, it's seasonal. Get ready for the next couple months here when all these people lose their jobs because they're not needed anymore for seasonal help. You know what I mean? So anyway, my point is, when it comes down to more stimulus checks, things like that, watch the job market, okay? By the way, you don't need to watch it that closely. I'm watching it for you, but we've seen unemployment ticking up a little bit over the last few months, which is not good for the economy, but it is good for the distribution of more stimulus checks. So anyways, want to point that out really quickly. Sorry, I spent a little bit more time on that than I wanted to, but again, you get my point. I will continue to watch that, but that's coming out on Friday, the 5th, all right? Now, let's fast forward out to Wednesday, the 10th. Now, for those of you that receive checks on the second Wednesday of the month because your birthday lands between the 1st and the 10th of the month, this is when you'll be getting paid. So if your birthday lands between the 1st and the 10th and you get your payments on the regular payment schedule of the Wednesdays, this is when the first one comes out, which is the second Wednesday, January 10th, which is Wednesday, okay? So this will be rolling out. Now, here's the cool thing about it. Yes, this will also include your higher benefit because of the COLA, okay? We all know the COLA starts as of January, so here we are, right? You'll be getting your first payment with the COLA, the higher benefit, this day, okay? For those of you that have birthday, again, between the 1st and the 10th of the month. All right, so that is Wednesday, the 10th of January, okay? Now next, the 11th of January. What is this date? This is the date in which we're going to be getting the CPI announcement, inflation report, okay? This is another key metric out there that we want to watch closely. Now, this one over the last couple of years has been historically very important, but as of recently, it hasn't become quite as important because they continue to tell us inflation has gone down. Well, you know my take on that, right? It's not really coming down. It's just not rising as rapidly as it was the last couple of years, okay? And again, if you don't believe me, look at your receipts. When you go to your store, tell me, are you spending more today or are you spending less today on the same things you were buying 6 months ago, a year ago, things like that, right? We all know the answer to that. Yes, yes, and yes, right? More money. Anyway, so this is the CPI data release, and this will be for the month, again, of December, okay? So this will show us what's going on with inflation in the month of December, and I'm sure they're going to come out and say, oh, look, inflation is going down, and this is a huge win yet again. Okay, well, we'll see about that, but we'll see what's happening here. It is still very much higher than what they want it to be, around the 2 to 2.5% range. All right, so anyway, that is Thursday, the 11th, okay? Now, fast forward out to Wednesday, the 17th, okay, January 17th. This is another key date that we want to watch. This is for those of you that receive fixed income benefits, and this is the third Wednesday of the month. Now, if you receive benefits on the third Wednesday because your birthday lands between the 11th and the 20th of the month, this is when your checks will be arriving. The third Wednesday, again, birthdays between the 11th and the 20th, this is when your checks will be arriving. So, watch for it then. And again, here's the cool thing about it. Yes, this will also include your higher benefit because of the COLA. Not bad, right? All right. Next, let's fast forward out to, what did I say? The 17th? The 24th. Sorry. I had to quick do the math in my head. What is the next date of the Wednesday? All right. So it's the 24th, which is the following Wednesday. This is the fourth Wednesday now of January. And this is the one in which those of you that have a birthday landing between the 21st and the 31st of the month, your check arrives on the fourth Wednesday of the month, and this is January 24th. So if you're this person, if you get your checks on the fourth Wednesday, this is when it arrives, January 24th. And again, birthdays land between the 21st and the 31st. And yes, it'll also include the higher raise because of the COLA. Now, one more thing I want to point out really quickly before I continue on with the next date that I want to point out for you, which is, yep, not only will it include the COLA for all the beneficiaries I just mentioned a few minutes ago, or basically over the last couple minutes here, take into consideration as well, yes, the new Medicare Part B Premium will also be applied. Hooray! I'm kidding, right? No, not hooray, right? Because the COLA has gone, or sorry, not the COLA has gone up, but yet The Medicare Part B premium has also gone up by $9.80 from $164.90 last year, 2023, up to $174.70 this year, 2024. So yes, your COLA will be applied, and if you are enrolled in Medicare Part B, you'll be paying that higher premium, $174.70. That is the baseline, unless you have some type of penalty, which I did. So yeah, anyway, I delayed taking Medicare Part B. As those of you know, I'm an SSDI beneficiary, okay? I delayed years on taking Medicare Part B, and I got a big old penalty. I didn't know that, okay? I didn't know that for the first few years, and I thought, I should probably take this, right? This was years ago, by the way, and got that big old penalty. So not happy about that, but it's still there, okay? Anyway, just want to point that out really quickly. So that is the new Medicare Part B premium that is also going to be paid right now, okay? That'll be coming out of your new January check, and basically for the rest of the year and probably forever, okay? All right, now next, one more date that I want to point out for you really quickly, which is January 31st, the very last day of the month, which is the date in which the Federal Reserve will be wrapping up their 2-day FOMC meeting, okay? They meet once every 8 weeks, and they come to, or sorry, every 6 weeks they get together, and they have a meeting. They talk about, you know, interest rate policy, what the economy is doing, all kinds of things like this, and they determine, are they going to raise interest rates? Are they going to hold, as they've been doing for a while now, or are they going to cut? What are they going to do? This is going to be another very important announcement, because remember, they raised interest rates aggressively for the last couple of years here, trying to bring down all this inflation and basically making everything way more expensive to borrow any kind of money, whether you're getting an auto loan, a mortgage, credit cards. Doesn't matter. If you're borrowing money of any kind and you're paying an interest rate, which if you're borrowing money, you're probably paying interest on that, it has gone up substantially, unless you have a fixed rate on something. So anyway, they'll be coming together and they'll be wrapping up their 2-day meeting. They started on Tuesday, they wrap it up on Wednesday, and that's the 31st, and that'll be happening on that day. So these are the key dates I wanted to point out for you in the month of January as of right now. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot more than that going out right now, but this is what I want to point out for you really quickly, especially focused on low income, fixed income, and all the Social Security beneficiaries I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So anyway, a lot of things going on right now. This is just January. Get ready. There's a way more than this going on right now. If you have any questions, concerns, feedback, anything like that, please stick it down below in the comment section. I will do my best to come back and make a dedicated video or answer those questions that I see down below, things like that. I'm here for you in any way that I can be. We've got to stick together right now. If you have not done so, subscribe to the channel. Totally 100% free to do so. Right down below the video is the big subscribe button. Hit that. Right next to that is the thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that if you have not done so yet. Share the video, as right next to the thumbs up and the subscribe button is also a share button. Share this with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, or those that I have linked down below in the description. A lot of great content there as well. That's about it. Enjoy your day. Stay warm out there. Again, Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. And again, I'll catch you again later in the